Hey, it's Nutball Cop. I just found this on the C-SPAN channel. This was the interview with Trump and Lindsey Graham on Air Force One. Um, Before we listen to this, I'll just preface something that I'm having real difficulty with this weekend and coming up to the new week here is I am desperately trying not to lose my patriotism. You'll see what I mean when I play this. This is the um, most egregious set of lies and bullshits. And watching Lindsey Graham just sit there and talk shit is just unbelievable. It's intolerable. It's nauseating. Um, we're not the United States of America right now. We're the United Soviet fuck up system under a pedophile ring run by a criminal dementia patient and his queasling sycophants and acolytes. This is horrible. And yeah, as soon as I start this, you'll figure out why.
Oh, hi, Mr. President. Have you spoken with any of the U.S. service members who were injured during that operation in Venezuela?
Yes, we have calls into them. I don't want to speak. They're all in good shape.
Can you detail what watching that was like when all this played out in Venezuela and what Maduro was doing that moment?
Well, I knew the possible danger. I mean, it was a very dangerous operation. It was amazing that we had a few injured, but all are in good shape right now. But I knew there was great danger. He got off a helicopter. The helicopters were being shot at. They got on the ground. They were amazing talent and tremendous patriotism, bravery.
They're backing up all this illegality, all this violation of international law with not patriotism. He keeps saying that word patriotism because he's a fucking idiot and he doesn't understand the difference between patriotism and jingoism and his own corruption.
The bravery was incredible. Lindsay, they got off the helicopter and the bullets were flying all over the place. As you know, one of the helicopters got hit pretty badly, but that we got everything back. And nobody killed.
The next question is who's in charge of Venezuela right now? Have you spoken to the newly sworn in president there, Rodriguez? And what are your thoughts on the entire situation? You said the U.S. would run Venezuela.
We're dealing with the people. We're dealing with the people that just got sworn in. And don't ask me who's in charge because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
It means we're in charge.
Okay, they keep changing their story literally minute by minute, hour by hour. It's not an invasion. It's not regime change. It's not a coup. It's not a violation of law or the Constitution. But we invaded a country, did a coup, grabbed a leader, and we're now the viceroys of Venezuela.
Have you spoken with her?
We're in charge.
Have you spoken with her?
No, I haven't, but other people
Do you want
have.
to?
Now, he hasn't spoken with anybody because he's discounted everybody in Venezuela from leading. That's why he turned around in the press conference and named everybody standing behind a lectern in his cabinet or advisors and named them all the leaders of Venezuela. So all these people standing behind me are the viceroys of this because he's discounting everybody in Venezuela, like he's going to discount any leadership in Cuba, Colombia, Mexico, Greenland, Canada. Anything to keep the Epstein Files hidden. Anything to protect the pedophile ring.
Yeah, at the right time I will.
Did the U.S. give Delcy Rodriguez any guarantees in exchange for cooperating with your administration?
No, but she's cooperating.
Are you going to demand free and fair elections in the short term in Venezuela?
Well, it depends. What you're talking. We have to do one thing in Venezuela: bring it back. It's a dead country right now.
See, this is his thing. He did this to the U.S. cities too. The cities were gone. Countries are dead. Everything can't exist without Lord Thanos of the pedophile ring. Fuck off.
Country that, frankly, we would have been if I had lost the election. We would have been a dead country. We would have been Venezuela on steroids.
This is the hallmark of all 20th century dictators. I don't care who you talk about. Idi Amin, Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi, Ceausescu, Hoxha, Milosevic, it doesn't matter. They all played this same hand. The world is dead. The world is corrupt. The world is gone unless me, the strong man, is here to correct everything and I rule the world. Okay? This is malignant narcissism. This is not leadership nor governance.
Venezuela right now is a dead country. We have to bring it back, and we're going to have big investments by the oil companies to bring back the infrastructure. And the oil companies are ready to go. They're going to go in, they're going to rebuild the infrastructure.
No, they're not. Go watch Matt Rudolph, Mr. Global. They're going to require $100 billion, according to Matt, and their money is better parked in a goddamn index fund than it is going into Venezuela with no security, no contract guarantees, no cooperation from the locals, and not requiring that every single employee they put down in Venezuela doesn't need another employee with a gun as a bodyguard. So him claiming that the oil companies are going to do it all and it's all going to be for free it appears to be an abject lie, according to experts. Not just Matt Rudolph, but other people have said the same thing.
We built it to start off with many years ago. They took it away. You can't do that. You can't do that with me. They did it with other presidents.
How soon do you think an election can take place?
He's made up a complete nationalist fantasy that the oil was taken from him. I am dear leader. I am the state. This is what I wrote about in the essay the other day. He's pulling the full Franco here, the Catholic dictator of Spain, in the 1930s. He's doing exactly the playbook of the 21st century.
Venezuela.
I'm sorry, not the 21st. The dictator playbook of the 20th century. Sorry.
How soon can an election take place?
Well, I think we're looking more at getting it fixed, getting it ready first, because it's a mess.
That means no elections. They're going to viceroy the shit out of this. This is going to be an Iraq insurgency, an Iraq nation building exercise, and an Iraq grade failure. Add Venezuela and all the countries that are going to come up in the next couple of weeks or next couple of months. We are going to be invading Cuba in the matter of weeks, no more than a couple of months. Then it will be on to another target. They will literally do anything to hide the Epstein file and the pedo king.
The country is a mess. It's been horribly run. The oil is just flowing at a very low level, much lower than, even if it was badly run, it should have more income, more oil than what they're doing. So we're going to have the big oil companies go in. They're going to fix the infrastructure. They're going to invest money. We're not going to invest anything. We're going to just...
Okay, this is why I'm exactly why I'm calling dear leader porn star Humper a communist, because everything that comes out of his mouth is fucking communist economics. The state is going to order private companies to do X, Y, and Z, and they have to do it, or I'll invade them too. It's only a matter of time before Delta Force or SEALs or somebody starts putting bullets through U.S. Americans' head, including CEOs of corporations who don't play ball with Trump. It's going to be a lot worse than just being affected by tariffs if you don't show up with a gold trinket in the Oval Office. They are now, I'm convinced, will do anything to protect the pedophile ring.
Take care of the country. We're going to cherish the country. We're going to take care, more importantly, of the people, including
He's not taking care of Americans, but he's going to take care of Venezuelan. Hey, farmers in the Midwest, how do you feel about this? Okay, he handed Argentina and Brazil your markets permanently. You've lost those markets. They're gone. Now he's going to make Venezuela, Cuba, Mexico, and Greenland great again, all at your expense.
Venezuelans that are living in our country that were forced to leave their country. And they're going to be taken...
That's what this is all about. This is Stephen Miller and Rubio working together to get rid of the determination that says the State Department doesn't want to send people back to Venezuela because Maduro's regime is so bad. Maduro's gone. The regime is fine. The country is safe again. Deport 500, 600,000 Venezuelans. ICE is going to get violent over this. They are going to start grabbing Venezuelans, beating and torturing them, and treating them like terrorists and deporting them with the just the way they deported terrorists in the global war and what they just did to Maduro. You're going to see Venezuelans with hoods and blacked out goggles and being handcuffed and deported like they're criminals because the the white nationalist pedophile ethno state must be built.
Very good care of. Yes,
Have you
ma'am.
spoken with the oil companies about
Yes.
going into Venezuela?
I have.
Which ones? Have you received any commitments?
All of them, basically.
Any commitments?
He's lying. He's just lying. I spoke to all the oil companies. Just by his body language, he's lying.
From the oil companies?
They want to go in so badly.
No, they do not, according to several experts.
Did you speak with them before the operation took place?
Yes.
Did you maybe tip them off about what
Before and after. And they want to go in, and they're going to do a great job for the people of Venezuela. And they're going to represent us.
Are they going to get a Doge dividend check for $5,000 or a warrior dividend or a $2,000 payment check or a $2,000 stipend when we take away your health care? What exactly are you going to do for the Venezuelans? And why are you doing something for them while you literally fuck over America and Americans? Because if you're not in his cabinet and you're not Tim Cook with a gold trinket, Trump wants to fuck you. If you're a little girl, he literally wants to fuck you, according to many, many, many reports.
As well. But you know, the infrastructure is rusty, rotten, most of it unusable. It's old, it's broken. You see pipes laying all over the ground. Nothing's been invested for years. Chevron's in, as you know, they've done a good job, but even they haven't been in a position to invest money because they're on a month-to-month basis.
What happens to the
They're only there
17
because I want.
He's worried about oil infrastructure in Venezuela as oil rig counts in America are dropping.
Them to be there.
are there any contingencies in case the military in Venezuela is unhappy with the U.S. the way it's running Venezuela? Do you guys have plans for anything?
So Venezuela thus far has been very nice, but it helps.
See how often he slurs his words? He can't get through words with multiple syllables without slurring it. He's already twice slurred Venezuela. With all the other problems we got, I think he's got serious brain health issues. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what the fuck is going wrong with this guy. But if my elderly parents or in-laws started acting like this, I'd get them to a doctor. And I wouldn't cover it up and claim he's the healthiest person in the world.
Have a force like we have. You know, we were ready for a second wave. We were all set to go, but we don't think we're going to need it.
There's about 17 billion worth of oil reserves in Venezuela.
More.
Is that going to be
You mean trillion?
in this?
Fuzzy math. I love how he just pulls numbers out of his ass. It's not tens of billions in oil. It's $1 trillion of oil. It's going to be here tomorrow morning, and the oil company's going to do it. And it's all going to happen because I willed it. This is going to be interesting when the CFO and the board of Chevron decide they are not going into Venezuela because the risks are too high and there's not enough return on investment for them.
Is that going to be
Did you say
something?
billion or
I
trillion?
said billion.
You said 17 billion? It's much more than that.
Okay, so what is going to happen to those reserves?
He has no idea how much the reserves are worth. He's, again, pulling numbers out of his ass.
We're going to run everything. We're going to run it, fix it. We'll have elections at the right
Well, if you're running everything, then this is a coup. There's no other way to describe this.
time. But the main thing you have to fix, it's a broken country. There's no money. There's inflation. Like we would have had, if I didn't win this election, we would have been Venezuela on steroids. Lindsay would know that. You might say something on that because we were talking before. We would have had a doubling up of very bad things that cost us a lot of money, like welfare, frankly. We wouldn't have had jobs. And instead of having $18 trillion in, we would have had at least $5 to $10 trillion leaving the country. So our costs would have gone up, and
Again, these are all made up numbers. None of these numbers make sense.
all of the money we're setting a record. It's long broken. And that's it. That's after 10 months. We haven't included the 11th month yet. So we think we're going to hit over $20 trillion. The all-time record is 3 by another country known as China.
Okay, how much bullshit he is. I just looked it up. In 2025, the entire GDP of Venezuela was $83 billion, but we have trillions to make in Venezuela. Okay.
About 10 years ago, they did 3. We're going to do close to 20 trillion. Here's
20 trillion. That's almost the size of the US economy, the largest economy on earth. He keeps putting up these numbers that make absolutely no sense. None of these numbers are real. These are just numbers he pulls out of his adult diaper.
by the way, there has never been anything like this ever before. And
That's always his claim. Everything's new. Nobody's ever thought of anything, except this guy hasn't had an original thought in his fucking head his entire life.
it's all because of tariffs and the election, but it's because of tariffs.
There was a time.
Without tariffs, we wouldn't have 10 cents being invested.
There was a time back in 20.
This is plainly insane. This is plainly a disturbed person without a clue how the world works. He's making it up as he goes along, and he really doesn't give a shit. This is all just theater and distraction because he lost 2 court cases. The Epstein file is full of his name. Healthcare is a disaster now because he's canceled the subsidies, and layoffs in the economy aren't going well. So he's going to invade every country he doesn't like in the Western Hemisphere so he can have an Iron Curtain just like Putin. Because the reason Putin's in Ukraine fighting is he wants the old Eastern Bloc back. He wants the Iron Curtain. He wants the old Soviet states. Okay? And this dementia patient, this suspected pedophile, this adjudicated rapist, this convicted felon, this immoral son of a bitch is literally going to run our country into the ground, run the dollar into the ground, destroy our economy, so we pretend we're all distracted from the Epstein files. This is why I'm having a hard time. Like, I'm about to throw my hands up and just say, fuck it. Why did I even bother any time in my life believing any of this shit? If this is the outcome today, I'm sorry, I don't have much faith in our country, our government, and our society right now. So take that for what you will.